podcast. I am Sorrelheart. I am here with Owlfoot.
Hello.
Today we're talking about Eclipse, the fourth book in Power of Three.
Ooh, I remember this book.
What?
I remember this.
Oh, yes.
Or, I mean, I remember. I don't remember what happens in the book exactly, but I remember reading, and I remember the actual eclipse that happens, and how all of them are like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah, I know.
what's
I was like,
happening?
oh my god.
It's nighttime in the daytime."
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
Yeah.
Um, so shall we begin?
Yeah.
We're gonna begin with the prologue, like always. How boring.
I didn't
Um,
always read the prologue, so this might be new information.
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes, meaning you sometimes don't.
Yeah, meaning I sometimes don't.
Oh, okay. So maybe you don't know about the prologue either then.
I'm pretty sure I read it on this one though,
Oh.
just by looking at what
If
is
it
on
was
here.
J Feather, 100% I read the prologue. But if not, then there's a good chance I skipped it.
Okay.
I don't know if it ever had any like vital information. Like the one with Fallen Leaves, I didn't read that. I read a little bit of it and then I was like, this is lame. I don't know who this is. Skip.
Okay. Um, so, yes, beginning right now.
Yeah.
The group of cats that made the journey to the tribe of rushing water are returning back to the lake. Before they leave, the mountain cats, Brick and Stormfur, decide that they like to go back to living with the tribe. A few days after the cats came back, Tigerstar and Hawkfrost continue training Lionpaw in his dreams. Lionpaw tells them about the prophecy, but they tell him that it was just a dream. Hollypaw and a few other cats go on a border patrol to the WindClan border because they had scented WindClan on their territory and found fresh kill with WindClan scent on it.
Oh, snap.
There, Hollypaw spots something on a hill that she swore was a lion. This
A lion.
I remember this.
I remember a
um,
lion being
I
slaughtered.
remember it because I had to take a quiz on it.
Oh.
And that was one of the questions on there. What did Hollypaw think that the cat was?
Is it Soul?
Yes, it's
Oh.
Soul. It's
Oh.
Soul.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say or Talon, but he's not. Because
A
they already
lion.
left tribe. So.
The patrol laughs at her and thinks that she was either kidding or imagining it. The next day,
Soul must be pretty big.
Hollypaw, Lionpaw, and the rest of the patrol go to the WindClan border for a second time. There, Hollypaw scents something in the bushes, which turns out to be one of the tunnels that leads to the river, the same one from when she saved 3 kits. She doesn't tell the rest of the patrol, but Lionpaw goes back to see what it was. Meanwhile, as Cinderpaw takes her assessment, her leg is injured in a fall and delays her warrior ceremony until she is fully recovered. J-Paw becomes frustrated. He feels that Leafpool is babying Cinderpaw's leg and believes that Cinderpaw must exercise it and make it stronger. Cinderpaw then becomes overly cautious and won't even stand up to drink her own water from the pool. Eventually, J-Paw comes up with an idea to teach Cinderpaw how to swim in the lake. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about this here because I remember it. I remember it.
Okay.
Um, so, J-Paw was looking for his stick, and he found it, but the river had there was a high tide, and so um, it had washed up over the tree where he had kept it, and it was just floating in the water. And so he was batting at it and trying to get it, and then Firestar came over and got it for him, very confused
Oh,
and
what a good grandpa.
wondering what it was, why it was so important.
I
And
think I remember that.
yeah.
He's like, "What's up with this stick, bro?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
got you.
he said, sticks don't sink, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then J-Paw got the idea from that he recalled his time in Dark River, like saving the kittens, and that he never sank. He just was, even though he was struggling at the water, that only made him like sink more. Um, and that it helped him to swim. The water wasn't going to make him sink. And so that helped him discover that, hey, Cinderpaw, this will help Cinderpaw. Um, so, yeah. J-Paw comes up with an idea to teach Cinderpaw how to swim in the lake. The two apprentices sneak away when Leafpool is making dirt, and they head to the lake. And
When
in the
she,
yeah,
when she pooping.
uh, Cinderpaw learns that she can swim and her leg grows stronger. When Leafpool catches them, she first scolds J-Paw, but then grudgingly admits that she is impressed with her apprentice. Not long after that, a mysterious loner named Soul is found by patrol and insists on being brought to the camp. I think I remember who's in this patrol. Like, how weird is that? Like, I faintly remember
Well,
it being Hazeltail and
not that weird. It hasn't been that long. I don't think.
Birchfall, maybe.
It'd be weird if I remember.
Yeah. I think Birchfall. Um, and
It
Hazeltail.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does not matter.
Soul must have been like super big. I always thought they described him as big just because the three was like little at the time, so they thought he was big because they were little, you know.
Mhm.
But he just must be massive. And she thought he was a lion.
Yeah.
It's quite a mistake to make.
Mhm.
Silly Holly Paw.
Hmm. Hollypop figures out that Soul was the lion, with air quotes, and that she had seen on the patrol that day, as his fur looked like that of a lion. Soul takes J-Paw and Leafpool into the woods to tell them that the sun will disappear. That night,
Well, that's
Lionpaw
so
can't sleep,
smart.
thinking that it's Foxpaw and Icepaw's whispering with
Wait, pause. Do we know why Soul knew that the eclipse was going to happen?
Nope.
He's just that. Like, he's. I would like to know how he knew this.
Like, it might come up in later books, but I would love to
That's
know.
crazy. You know, I mean, he's basically psychic. If they don't explain it some other way, Soul's just psychic. You know, what a guy. Why do we dislike him? I can't even remember.
He convinced ShadowClan
Yeah,
that
but
StarClan didn't exist, and it like whacked up their whole
did he say that they didn't exist,
order.
or did he say they weren't powerful?
He said that everything that happened was because of the cats in the forest,
And
and
is that
he just
not
said
true?
that they didn't affect it anyway.
Okay. All right then. I think he's a wise guy. I think why don't we I'm Team Soul. There, I said it. Nothing that this guy tells them is wrong and they hate him anyway. So,
Hmm. It's just that ShadowClan like fully believed him, and they were willing to listen to everything he had to say, like he was becoming the new leader.
what's wrong
But
with that?
like he wasn't. He was like he's not. And it
Was
caused
he like convincing them to murder people
no, he was convincing them to not set their borders and to just exist.
and be one happy harmonious clan?
Uh,
Cuz I've been saying that for a while now. Why don't
yeah,
they
I
just
know.
all become
I've
one
been
clan?
saying that from the beginning, but it's because of Clear Sky. But let's not get into
Oh
that.
great, something I don't know
Clear
about, I'm
Sky
sure.
sucks. Yes, because I just read the first book, and he's trying
Dawn of the Clan?
of Dawn of the Clans, and
Okay.
oh my gosh, I'm
That
so mad at
explains
Clear Sky.
it explains why there's territories and stuff.
Yeah, it's doing that.
Okay.
There still isn't
We'll
River
get into
Clan
that later.
or Shadow Clan yet, though.
So it's Wind Clan and Thunder Clan?
Yeah, it's just Wind Clan and Thunder Clan,
Hmm. Interesting.
and they're
There
not
should
even
be a
clans yet. They're just groups.
there should be a Soul Clan.
Soul Clan. That would be so cool.
Yeah, he's
But like Soul
just a
with the
bunch
U.
of psychics. Psychic cats.
Psychic cats. Oh, yeah.
I would like to know how he knew about the eclipse though. Like if they can
Hmm.
explain it some way, which I don't think that they
Maybe
can.
maybe it's like he was with Sky Clan before, because he said that he went to like the clan in the rocks and like this ravine thingy, and so I think maybe he met up with Sky Clan. Um, I have not met
Why would
Sky Clan
Sky
yet.
Clan know? Are they like Star Clan? But
Well, they have Skywatcher, I think. I don't think
is that like the weatherman?
I don't know. Maybe I think gave Firestar like a sign or something. And so that was like the prophecy, It was delivered from StarClan to Skywatcher, and then Skywatcher was like, "Hey, this is a prophecy." And so
Okay,
um of
that's
the three,
that's very confusing.
three of your three there will be
So
three
he
kingdom you
talked
capable of the
Sky
power of the
Clan,
stars and
and
their
that is
paws.
your theory.
It's like Skywatcher is like the medicine cat guy of SkyClan. That's what I've gathered. Like I don't know for sure because I haven't looked a lot into SkyClan. I bought SkyClan's Destiny a couple days ago, um, but I'm not gonna read that until I get into a Vision of Shadows some more. Um, which is not going to happen until after I read A Dawn of the Clans. So yeah.
Cool.
I would like to know how Soul figured that out, though.
I was gonna say maybe he's seen one before, but like they don't happen that often. So he's probably not even like if he's a
Yeah.
cat, he's probably not gonna even live long enough to say. I don't know. How often does that happen? I'm gonna Google real quick.
Hmm. I think it's like 100 years.
I don't know if it's that long, but
Yeah.
two.
I was learning
Was
about
it a
it.
solar eclipse? No, it was a
It was a
yeah
solar
solar.
eclipse.
Whoa! It says there are 2 to 5 solar eclipses each year, with a total eclipse taking place every 18 months or so. So like every year and a half. But I know that not all areas are in the path of the eclipse, so you're
Yeah.
not like not everywhere
I
has
didn't
the
know that.
eclipse.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but like if they have one in Australia or something, we're probably not gonna see it. I guess. I don't really know. You'd have to ask the Skywatcher. Or Soul, because he seems to know a lot about these things.
Hmm.
Anyway, I think Soul would be a great addition to any clan because he predicts the weather and all kinds of
He's not a
weirdness.
clan cat. He's
Yeah, but
not.
he would be a good clan cat. He
He would
hangs
be a
out
good
with
clan
them all the
cat.
time. He tries to help, and they're just like, "We don't need you." That's basically what they say every time to poor old Soul.
Yeah, because they tried to disrupt. He tried to disrupt their order, and so like,
Maybe it needed a little disrupting.
um, yeah, I know. I'm trying to take the clan side,
I can
cause,
tell.
cause you're all like, you're defending Soul, and it's just I think that I'm trying to see where the clans are coming from.
Yeah, but it's
Because
difficult, isn't it?
it is.
You're struggling
It's
to be
pretty
on their side.
difficult.
Okay, continue.
Okay. Finally, let's just get back to Soul.
Mhm.
That night, Lionpaw can't sleep, thinking that it's Foxpaw and Icepaw's whispering. But that he then scents WindClan outside the apprentice den. He emerges from the den and sees all of I remember this. All of WindClan there.
All
He
of them?
all of WindClan, yes.
Dang.
He yowls and the cats rush into battle. Firestar eventually yells to stop and the cats in both clans obey. When Firestar demands what is going on, One Star claims that his clan is there because fighting because ThunderClan ignores the warrior code and helps cats out only when they beg for it. However,
Um, ThunderClan's very helpful.
yeah, I know. However, WindClan leaves the camp, and Firestar tells a patrol to follow WindClan to make sure they leave the territory. Then, WindClan splits into 3 groups. The
You know what's not following the warrior code is coming into their den and attacking randomly.
I know,
That just
I
makes no
so know.
sense. Okay.
But it's like, whenever they've got beef with another clan, you gotta settle it out by battling to see who's stronger.
Yeah, but
That's
that's a
their
sneak
logic.
attack. If you're gonna start a war, you best do
That's
it
pretty much what happens in
evenly.
this episode, in this book.
Well.
Like, and it's interrupted because the sun goes away.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
Soul should have been there to be like, haha, I told you so. Was he?
No,
Oh, well, I would have been if I was Soul.
I
I'd
wish
been
he
like,
was
look,
though.
y'all. It's exactly as I said.
Then WindClan splits into 3 groups. The patrol returns and tells Firestar, who sends out 2 more patrols and orders another to stay at camp in case WindClan invades. All 3 of the patrols get ambushed and a battle breaks out. Hollypaw's patrol is almost defeated, so she is ordered by Brambleclaw to go to ShadowClan to ask Blackstar for help.
Black Star!
While WindClan asks RiverClan for help, and soon all 4 clans are fighting. Lionpaw finds Heatherpaw and Crowfeather and almost kills Crowfeather because he believed that it was she who told WindClan about the tunnels from Dark River. Although Heatherpaw claims it was Sedgekit. Immediately, oh my gosh,
What?
Sedgekit was one of the kits that was like in the tunnels whenever it flooded, and they were saving them. You were right. You said that they would tell people.
Oh, the kittens.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the kittens were in there, and they apparently told WindClan, but Lionpaw was all like, "You told them, you betrayer!" Um,
Yes.
And so Heather Paw claimed it was Sedge Kid because probably she was probably right.
Yeah, those
Um,
kittens are not going to keep their mouth shut about something like that.
yeah. Immediately after, the ongoing eclipse of the sun reaches totality, causing WindClan, RiverClan, and ShadowClan to panic and retreat to their own
That's what I
territories.
mean. The path of totality. That's not always in this. Like,
Oh,
only
oh
certain
yeah,
clans can
yeah.
see it.
That's the word for
I
it.
know this because I was in Nashville when the 2018 one happened, maybe? 2017. It was either 2017 or 2018. And they had little, like, Snapchat filters that was like, I'm in the path of totality. And then a bunch of people were taking videos of it being dark at like 3 in the afternoon. It's cool.
Hmm.
But
I
there was a lot
remember
of
seeing
people
it
that like,
being outside.
yeah, there was people that like traveled to there just so they could be in the path and they could see the eclipse happen.
That's
So it only
cool.
happens in certain places when they happen.
Mhm. Okay. J-Paw convinces Lionpaw and Hollypaw that they need to find Soul and ask about the prophecy. They find him outside the clan territories in an abandoned two-leg nest, different from the one on ThunderClan territory, and Soul tells them all he knows. Not all he knows. He was That's very much a lie.
Wait, what?
And from the one on ThunderClan territory, and Soul tells them all he knows, which is very much a lie.
Oh.
He was keeping stuff from Hollypaw about her powers.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
J-Paw convinces Soul to make a nest just
Wait,
outside.
what? How does Soul know about the three? Also,
I don't know.
why does he know everything?
I don't know. That was really confusing.
I'm, I'm, I'm interested now. I never thought about it when I was reading. I was just like, oh yeah, he's like this. He's probably lying, or he just doesn't know and he thinks he knows. But now that I look back, he really did know all these things, and I'm curious how.
Hmm. He wouldn't tell Hollypaw that she wasn't part of a three.
Yeah, because who wants to rip out a little kitty's heart?
Yeah, I know. All he knows. Where is that word? Okay. J-Paw convinces Soul to make a nest just outside ThunderClan's territory and become their mentor for
Right?
the prophecy.
Wait, Jay plotted that? What a guy. This is my guy. He's like,
Yeah,
he's,
he did that. I
he
remember.
realized that Soul was fantastic, is what he did.
Because it says Soul tells them all he knows, and so he was trying to be like, I'm gonna mold you into the perfect three cats. And so then he was like, sure,
Yeah,
I
I remember
guess.
them meeting him a lot.
Um, on the way back, they get caught by a Shadow Clan patrol, and Soul goes to Black Star and tells three apprentices that he was going to stay in Shadow Clan. In the time between Soul's decision to stay with Shadow Clan and the next gathering, Soul has convinced Black Star and his clan to stop believing in Star Clan. Soul and Black Star arrive at the gathering together, and Black Star announces that he has lost faith in Star Clan and won't attend gatherings anymore. At the end of the book, Cinderpaw, Hollypaw, and Lionpaw get their warrior names: Cinderheart, Hollyleaf, and Lionblaze. Jade-Paw watches the ceremony and feels happy for his siblings. He also detects a sense of pride coming from Leafpool and suspects that this is because Cinderpaw has finally fulfilled her destiny to become a warrior. He then questions his and his siblings' destiny, whether their powers were meant to save or destroy the clan. Ooh. The end, by the way. Is there anything else? Oops, just some ads. um, interesting facts. This is the first book in the main series where the central cat on the cover stretches out of the circle in the middle.
What?
This is the first book in the main series where the central
Oh,
cat
who
on the
cares?
cover stretches out of the circle in the middle. Eclipse can be seen in the Law and Order SVU episode surrendering Noah in Olivia Benson's bookshelf at
Oh,
3906.
SVU really likes,
Warriors.
yeah, that's funny.
It can also be seen in the episode Producer's Backend at 3122.
Huh. Is that the same character that had the other book in it?
Yeah, like in the first part of it,
So
the
Olivia
surrendering
Benson.
Noah episode,
Was it all in Olivia Benson's room?
her bookshelf, I guess. Um,
That's cool.
in surrendering Noah, uh, Outcast is also on there. which you can find that on the wiki because the picture was too blurry and I didn't want to put it on the video.
Oh.
So it was very blurry. You couldn't even tell that it was the cat. Okay, you couldn't tell. All you saw was like a purple blob, and you couldn't even tell
You
it was
could have
purple.
went to Law and Order and found that episode and then like screenshot of it.
I couldn't even tell that it was the book.
Oh, how does they? Okay, well.
Okay, I guess they just used it as a prop for the background. I don't know. But they have it on the wiki. The 3-chapter battle was one of the hardest scenes for Kate to write.
Kate.
Yeah.
She's like the main Baron.
Kate Carey.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of the writers. I don't know. I guess she's.
We hear a lot about her on these little author statement things.
Mm-hmm. I guess she wrote most of Power of Three or all of it. I guess.
Well, then call her my favorite.
Mistakes. Okay, let me just go to that. Time to find the mistakes. And, Molepaw. Hang on, please. Just get rid of that, please. Once again, Heavy Step appears in the Allegiances, although he died in Sunset.
Maybe Heavy Step didn't die in Sunset, and maybe the mistake was that he died in Sunset, and he's actually still alive this whole time.
I don't know, maybe. Molepaw, which is Molepaw is said to have died as a kid when he died as an apprentice. Yeah, I got confused about that because they called him Mole Kit and they called him Molepaw, like throughout it. Mole Kit was never featured in the books. He was just like a fill-in character because apparently Poppy Frost had 3 or 4 kits and not 3. But Mole Kit / Molepaw died as an apprentice.
Oh.
Tiger Star is falsely called Firestar.
What?
Why? That's like polar opposites. Hackfrost is mistakenly said to have amber eyes. Well, I can say.
He has very pretty blue eyes.
Yes, he does.
I mentioned his pretty blue eyes in the
villains episode.
Yeah, the villains. I thought he had a cool picture.
Toadkit / Toadfoot or Step. Toadfoot or Toadstep. I mean, I know one of them is in Shadow Clan. Toadkit is mentioned with Grey Paws. Honeyfern and Poppy Frost are called by their apprentice names after they became warriors. Firestar introduces Soul to Sandstorm before she arrives back to camp. Crowfeather is mentioned with green eyes when actually he has blue eyes. Briarkit is mistakenly called he instead of she.
I've noticed that Sandstorm is in multiple places at one time.
Yeah. They can't keep up with Sandstorm. She's too fast. I don't know. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, in the first series...
She has an evil twin?
No. Wouldn't it be funny if in the first series she actually... They admired her speed? And, like, just because she was so fast. Because
that would be funny.
Because I just said that they couldn't keep up with her.
Yeah.
And she's in 2 places at once. She can teleport very fast. It's like every moment she's just like disappearing and going and reappearing in another spot.
Yeah.
And so
popping up
it's
like
going so fast that
Sandstorm.
It looks like she's really there the whole time. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay.
Is that it for that one?
Yeah, that's the end.
That's the end.
So, that is 25 minutes of Eclipse.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So go check out our Twitter and our Discord and the Warrior Cats Podcast Community Discord, because we're on there. Alpha isn't on there as much as I am. And...
Was that a dig at me? Should I be offended by that?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I suggest that you're on Discord more, though, because there's stuff on our Discord that we should keep updating it, because...
Well, you do Discord, I'll do Twitter.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I keep forgetting to put, like, the episode links on there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's your
Because
problem.
I made a channel on there for episode links, and I just keep forgetting to put them on there. Um, so yeah, anyway, that exists.
Speaking of episodes, did I put a thumbnail on our last one?
I don't know, did you?
I
I'm
don't
pretty sure you did. That was Outcast, wasn't it? That was cool. Cool episode. I just saw YouTube. You passed YouTube. Oh,
know. Okay, just to do.
oh, YouTube Studio. Okay.
Oh, okay. Outcast. That's a cool one. I like that.
Mhm.
I remember that now. Perfect.
Yeah, you told me it was cool, and I looked, and it is cool. So yeah. Um, the warriors beneath the moon are calling, and it's time for us to go.
Bye.